Hi, I'm Dennis from Plain Truth Ministries. Welcome to Friday in the Word. Today I want to look at a passage from James chapter 4, and James is teaching. We know that James is all about action. So if we look at chapter 4, verses 6 through 10, James says, "But he gives more grace. Therefore, he says, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Therefore, submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Lament and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up." James is all about action. He famously says in chapter 2, verses 18, "But some will say, you have faith, and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works." So as we look at this passage, James 4, 6 through 10, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And what James is talking about here is humility in action. And all of the things he talks about here are actions. He starts in verse 7, submit to God. Commit yourself to God. Submit to him. Be obedient to him. Do his will. And by the same token, and at the same time, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Resisting the devil can be difficult because we all have pasts, we all have a basket of sins, and guess what? The devil knows all of those sins and knows all of our pasts. And if he is going to tempt us to move ourselves away from God, guess what he's going to use? What we know, what we've done. And he's going to remind us of the temporal pleasure that many of those activities gave us. And he's going to say, that was fun. You got pleasure from that. Go ahead and do those things. If we submit to God, however, and choose to be obedient to him, then we must resist wanting to go back and be part of that behavior, which became our basket of sins. There's a great way to use that basket. If we can use that basket in such a way that we can help others who are currently in the same place that we have been, to show them that they don't have to stay there and there are better things away from that, we can use that basket that the devil wants to use against us as a tool to bring others to God and away from him. If we can do that and show him our strength in that way, he will flee from us when we're resisting him. More actions James talks about. Cleanse your hands, you sinners. Don't just wipe your hands. Don't just wash your hands. Cleanse them. Remove those things in your hands that cause you to sin. Purify your hearts, you double-minded. You can only serve one God. We're told that over and over and over again. And if we submit to the one true God, to be obedient to him, then we are purifying our hearts, and we are no longer double-minded, thinking about the pleasures of those sins. He goes on to say in verse 9, lament and mourn and weep. Humble yourselves to the realization that you are the reason that Christ died on the cross. You are the reason that your sins are why Christ need to be crucified, dead, and buried, and then resurrected. You need to mourn in that. You need to own that. And humble yourself to the fact that everything that you have, everything that you will have, comes from the Lord and not you. if we remind ourselves that obedience to the Lord is where we need to be, that everything we have and we do comes from Him, and that if we choose to serve Him without wanting to serve ourselves, we show our faith by our works. God bless.